Hello and welcome in. I'm the coach, and you're watching Madden Ultimate Team. We've been waiting for this one all week, and the wait is now over. It's time to play ball.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
I think Aaron Rodgers is one of the poster boys for persistence and belief in self. Because coming out of high school, he had 0 scholarship offers in the D1 level. Went to a junior college, went to Cal, and just blew up there. And then, of course, as a first-round draft pick, but a lot lower than what he expected in the first round, and then had to sit behind Brett Favre for a few years in Green Bay before getting his shot. Now he's probably one of the better quarterbacks that we've seen come down the pipe.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
22-yard line. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The sack by Julius Peppers.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's Kevin Huber now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Here's Hill on the return. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. So excellent starting field position here for the Chargers. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
Gave the commencement address at the University of Wisconsin a couple of years ago. One of the most popular players ever to pull on the uniform there. At the beginning of his career, he was a so-called game manager. Take care of the football and rely on the defense. Now, in this stage of his career, the offense runs through him, and it runs very well.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he's taken down inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now Wilson on first down. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. And McCaffrey there to make the grab. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Saquon Barkley. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Rodgers hitting Juju on the slam. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7. Cowboys, nothing.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle to Smith.
Rodgers pass.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they'd place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Complete to
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Oh, he'll take a shot. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st down, Chargers.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds Tomlinson as running back. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down. To throw again is Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good to make it 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds into half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. That catch good for only a couple.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Second and 7, operating from the 34.
And again, it's Rodgers. That one's complete to Tomlinson.
Rodgers.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Rodgers to throw once more. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
Brooks. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half out of quarterback Russell Wilson. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Tyreek Hill on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He shakes him off. And that will be incomplete.
Wilson's pass intended for Edwin Caffrey. Incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board.
Now Barkley stripped of the football and picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Now to try to add the extra point, the lefty Anderson. And it is now 21-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. On the return, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Finds his tight end Ingram. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Rodgers. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Watch out for Hill on the return. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
That's what he's done here in this one so far. Dallas, Texas is the spot, 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that goes for a gain of 31.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Play action. It's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson, he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Touchdown.
Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You going to yell at me? You go cover him.
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. Back now in Arlington, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Smith-Schuster now to return. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
First and 10. Here's Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get up here to the 26. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Julius Peppers able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And Ingram holds it in. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
10 at the 39-yard line.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Rodgers.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now on first down. And this is for his running back, Tomlinson. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. It's a first down on a gain of 10. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Wilson wants to throw it. Going deep here for Watkins. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.
Hello again, everybody. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Hope you're ready, because we've got another good one on tap.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Tyreek Hill set to return it. Oh, good return up past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their 5'11 quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
Gave the commencement address at the University of Wisconsin a couple of years ago. One of the most popular players ever to pull on the uniform there. At the beginning of his career, he was a so-called game manager. Take care of the football and rely on the defense. Now, in this stage of his career, the offense runs through him, and it runs very well.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Russell Wilson.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Right back to Juszczyk again. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He'll get this one complete to Davis. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
That throw is not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And his first carry, he loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Recovered by the Chargers.
Fumble recovery. It's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. And McCaffrey, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Again on 2nd and 10. It's Wilson. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. And McCaffrey, 28 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Morton Anderson now for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Sanders on the return. They'll take over. 1st down and 10.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball. He's got a full game ahead of him. Hand it to him again. See if they can start to produce.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard.
The ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
At the 30-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that poster out there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Julius Peppers, yes, he still has it. Give him the sack.
It's 2nd down.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, he'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And they'll send out their punter now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Jacobs. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. On is the Chargers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The home side once again ready to take over offensively. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
A loss of 3 yards.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half out of quarterback Russell Wilson. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Now this will make it into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A good kick, 49 yards. Just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did. And
it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
He got it there. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Wilson. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. And McCaffrey. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The home side once again ready to take over offensively. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's brought down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Jackson gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
Juszczyk. An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
And on now is the punter as he's on here to punt it away. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Jackson on 1st down. They'll roll. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. 31 yards there to 1st down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Allstott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
9-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Chargers.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
And it is now 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. That's caught by Jackson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
6 yards.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Cliff Harris, the 6-time Pro Bowler. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0.
Our home team, nothing.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 20.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So this one's over. It's in the win column.
Hello, everyone. You're watching Madden Ultimate Team, and I'm your host, The Coach. This game should not disappoint, so sit back and put that remote down.
Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
The draw. Here's Williams. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now from Murray. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
15 yards on the play, first down.
Down carry, it's Williams.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the
that time on the outside. Pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Murray on the keeper. A gain of 11 on the play. First down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Williams. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
He was tackled at the 27.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Williams.
And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 19-yard line.
Taken down at the 19-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
From the 17, Murray. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Out of the gun, here's Murray. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Now Lutz for the field goal try.
For the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
Chargers, nothing.
So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On first down, Wilson. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
To throw again, Wilson. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. This is caught at the 20. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, McCaffrey, 70 yards, and the Chargers have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuff.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Intro roll with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Anderson on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Murray stepping up. He's going to keep it. Murray has it knocked loose, fumble, and picked up by the Chargers.
Murray on the keeper.
Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this, we can protect this, and make sure we keep the ball.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first, or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. And Steve Smith hauls it in. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Four receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Throwing again, Murray. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Man open, Rice. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Man open left side, it's Williams. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 2nd and 11. Murray to air it out again. This will be caught at about the 6. And the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half out of quarterback Russell Wilson. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Chargers will start the 2nd half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's going to air one out. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far, and 2nd down.
Offense tried to get a little slick there and sneak the back out of the backfield and turn him into the primary deep receiver. But it's good coverage defensively, and they were able to break it up.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 16 yards, a 1st down. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the 1st half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
They go play action now. Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught by Watkins. Touchdown, Chargers. Sammy Watkins, 55 yards. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there, but the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
And it's 21-3. Scoring summary. 3-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center.
And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's making, which are breaking down the defense. I thought back to when we had our morning jog before the game, and I couldn't keep up with you. Those legs, they're valuable for his team.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!"
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Normally, we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. First down, Murray. That's caught. It's Jim Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by the Hall of Famer, Ronnie Lott.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And they're not going to get to the line and run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Now to try to add the extra point, the lefty Anderson. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Back to the air on second down. It's Murray. Caught left side, Williams. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He may try to up. Murray fighting. Lost the football.
Murray on the keeper. Fumble on the play. Recovered.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Operating from the gun. Murray going down the middle, and it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Murray now on 1st down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throw's going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Now Murray again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by the safety, Taylor Mays. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there. but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Anderson on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A 28-yard.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Murray now on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. That catch good for only a couple.
To Dalton Schultz.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
At the 36.
Big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defense
Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the Coach. To finish this out, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, this challenge begins in the fourth quarter with less than 2 minutes to go in the ball game. You're trailing by 4. You're backed up near your own goal line, and it's 2nd and 5. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll look to throw. A quick slanted hill. He won't go down. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Nicely done. Another one up, another one down. Keep grinding and keep racking up those wins.
The 16-yard line.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach with you here today for another edition of Madden Ultimate Team. Now let's hand it off to Brandon and Charles as we jump straight into the action.
All right, thank you, Coach. We pick up this challenge in the third quarter with 5 minutes left on the clock. You're ahead 7 points. Your opponent has the ball on their own 25. First and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Let's just lean on the word good here, partner. Good way to start the second half. Good safe throw and a good quick first down as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. This is Mack on the counter. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's got Jack Doyle. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
On third down, Rivers. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it first and 10. Begin by running the option. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
On second down, it's Tomlinson. Space to maneuver at the 40. Fighting through, and he's got space. Charger touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson, 73 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good to make it 14-0. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On first down, they'll start out with Matt. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different...
It's intercepted. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 30, 10, and the Colts are in for the touchdown.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score. Chargers 14, Colts 7.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's caught.
And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
To throw here. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. And McCaffrey there to make the grab. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Let's take over 1st and 10. at their own 19-yard.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any.
Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Cliff Harris, the 16th player. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And he's able to put it through. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Indy set to go on offense once more.
And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A gain of a yard.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rivers. The Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's Hill on the return. Hill shedding the tackle. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They run it with James. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Ball carried by the wide receiver.
He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd down now. Tomlinson. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Tomlinson on the carry.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're going to look to throw. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Back to throw. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Number 19.
From 8 yards out, the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he knocks it through. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The first down throw here for Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rivers.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Third down and 6.
The Colts on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Julius Peppers able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And it's fielded at the 34. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking downfield for Kelsey. It's caught at the 10. A big play there for L.A. 47 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. The quick slant caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now, mere inches from pay dirt. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Colts set to take over here offensively.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize
now a hit. And Rivers lost the football. Fortunately, he's able to recover his own. Now a strap. He loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Los Angeles.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
The score.
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
5-yard line.
And the Colts coming out now. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And that one incomplete as it stops the clock, reading 18 seconds to go. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Rivers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
There you have it, another challenge and another victory. Now remember, you can always replay challenges if you left any stars on the table.
Hello, and welcome to this Madden Ultimate Team Showdown. I'm your host, the coach. Taking you the rest of the way, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Brandon.
This challenge begins in the fourth quarter with less than 2 minutes to go in the ball game. You're trailing by 4. You have the ball inside your own 10, and it's 2nd and 5. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll run with a longtime Buccaneer. It's Mike Allstott. He's still fighting forward. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, LA! Mike Allstott, 95 yards. Not quite enough that time. Maybe just try a lower start difficulty if you can and select replay challenge and give it another go.